All right, let's get to our first conversation now. We see the Nigerian fintech landscape constantly evolving, shaped by a confluence of factors, including regulatory changes, technological advancements, and consumer behavior. But let's delve into key aspects of this dynamic sector, exploring how consumers have adapted to the electronic money transfer levy, EMTL, and other matters. Joining us now for this conversation, we have Mr. Chika Nwosu, Managing Director, PalmPay Nigeria. Joining me right here in the studio. It's great to have you.
Thank you, my brother. How are you now?
I'm fine, thank you. So I remember Monday, when we got those emails from most of the fintechs that 50 naira on every 10,000 naira transfer.
Yeah.
And yes, social media was abuzz with reactions from customers. So how is it looking right now?
Actually, electronic money transfer levy is 50 naira on any transfer that is above 10,000 naira.
Right.
Anything less than 10,000 naira, there is no charge on it. So actually, this is a government policy. PalmPay or any other financial institution doesn't benefit from this. This money is being collected by FIRs. So definitely all the money goes to them. So it goes to federal government. Actually, we have followed the conversation online, offline, on the streets. And we have seen the conversation from people. Some are saying that what happened is that they will not be transferring 10,000 naira again or any more amount. So they will, split it. Maybe like, anyhow, they want to split it. But for us, this is government policy. And our responsibility is to comply. So we will continue to watch the trends and see how it unfolds.
Quite interesting. So I can imagine some customers now that want to send 10,000. They might split that, maybe 5K. Or some might say, you know what, I'll do 2,000 until it gets to 10,000. But I'm sure some kind of fee will come up.
Definitely, there's a fee on every transfer.
Right.
Yeah, there's still a fee on every transfer.
So there's still a fee on every transfer.
Of course.
So,
even though for PalmPay we don't charge, we don't pay when you transfer on our platform.
All right. So
but
looking at this
charge
development now with this levy, what are you expecting? Going forward? Do you see more demand for fintech services? Do you think demand will continue and, you'll still be onboarding, customers regardless of this levy?
No, actually,
looking?
Yeah, definitely people will continue to demand their fintech services because the services we are providing for our users, when you look at the kind of experience they are having on our platform, definitely they will not leave. Because what matters most of the time is the kind of services you are providing, the kind of experience your customers, your users are having on your platform. You could imagine on our platform when you make your transfer, our transfer success rate is over 99.98%. That means it's almost zero, failure rate. So definitely there's no way people will not use our platform or other fintech platform. We have come to stay. There is a lot of changes. There's a lot of dynamics in the financial sector. Definitely people must continue to embrace the digital transfer system.
And talking about people embracing, digital transfers, 2024 winding down at this point. How would you say the fintech industry has fared, when it comes to financial inclusion? We keep hearing the Central Bank of Nigeria, trying to get more people included, in financial services. So how would you say 2024 has fared? Are we seeing growth?
Yeah, from my own perspective, I think we have done very well. Yeah, because we did the International Financial Inclusion World was hosted. That was about 2 weeks ago. And it was announced that we have moved from 63% inclusion rate to 74% inclusion rate. And I think we all have done well. From our own part, PalmPay, in order to contribute in the financial inclusion in Nigeria, we have onboarded over 35 million users on our app and 1.2 million businesses on our platform, both in urban and in the rural areas. We have penetrated all these areas. And we have also introduced some new products that can also bring in more people from the last mile, like our USSD code, *861#. With this, whether you have an internet or you don't, whether you're using a smartphone or not, you can also have access to all the PalmPay products, even the transfer services. So I think we have done very, very well.
And I'm sure, rural areas, we know that's always mostly a challenge this time, because we've seen the traditional banks not really able to penetrate like like to. What trends are you seeing in the rural areas?
That's what I just mentioned now. That for us, we have already bringing some product, because it's majorly our target. Because when you look at, currently we have almost about over 28 million on bank population, on bank adults in Nigeria. So we are also looking at how to get more people into our platform. Right. So that was why we introduced the USSD code, in order to get it. Because with USSD code, even if you are using this small phone, feature phones, you can have access to our products.
Feature phones?
Yeah.
Quite
and the people in the rural areas are using these phones.
Phones are really expensive.
Yeah, but this small phone, with these small phones, you can have access to our products.
To financial services.
Exactly.
Well, that's quite interesting. But definitely, listening to that last comment there from AMCON, trying to collect debts, collect funds back from obligors at this time. And I know, some of you fintech platforms, you also give out some kind of loans, even though we've seen that those rates are really, really high. Most of the time we still see, because people need money, they still come to the platform saying, okay, let me just try and get this, even though it's 100% or 50%, I'll be paying back. So what are you seeing for that digital lending space in 2025?
Well, in 2025, I think that is another good opportunity for fintech, because even if you look at even the government policies, Credit Corp, currently they have started giving money to people who want to buy cars, who want to buy electronics devices, and so on and so forth. Because, Nigeria practice what we call a cash economy. You want to buy a car worth 30 million naira, you transfer 30 million naira to a car dealer and carry the cash. So, but I think that notion and that kind of transaction is going to change in 2025. There's going to be a new trend in terms of lending, in terms of credit. I think what government wants to do, they want to change the mindset of the people to, even if you have 1 million, you can own a car as long as you have a job. And once this happens, what it's going to do in our economy is going to expand the economy. The $1 trillion GDP the government is targeting will definitely come to reality. The automobile industry will grow, the electronics industry will grow. So, even the real estate will grow because you can own houses. So I think that is what the credit companies do. And the fintech spaces are also keen into it. So these are the kind of things we're going to see.
Right. And talking about the credit economy, definitely we know this is a high interest rate environment, with the Central Bank of Nigeria trying to rein in inflation, raise rates, continuously, and we're among the highest.
We are talking about 2025.
Yeah,
maybe by 2025, maybe a lot of things might change.
Hopefully. Hopefully we might see rate cuts in Nigeria in 2025. But I'm really particular, about interest rates at this point. Is there a possibility that the fintechs can actually give attractive rates? If you're trying to maybe get a mortgage or something, that the rate will actually be affordable.
When you talk about rates, you also know that the money has a cost. So the fintech too will also look at the cost of the money, also look at the regulation, what the regulations say about interest rate. You can't go contrary to the regulations. You can't go below what the regulations say, because the government bringing up the interest rate, they are trying to control inflation. So we will not go contrary to that. But I can assure you that people will have access to credit much more than they have in the past in 2020.
Because I know currency devaluation, inflation, that has not helped at all. We've seen the prices of everything. I'm still looking for that one thing. That's not going to be priced. I've done so much research and I still can't find it. But, definitely, I'm sure you must be expecting some kind of changes, technological trends.
Definitely.
In 2025. Is blockchain playing any part in all of these trends you're expecting?
Yeah, definitely. What is going to play a lot of part in 2025 is adoption of AI technology. Yeah, even in cyber crime, cyber security, in transaction monitoring tool, even in digital payment, there's going to be a lot of adoption of AI in 2025. So for us in PalmPay, what we're also trying to do is we are much interested in user experience. We want our users to, whenever they're on our platform, we want our platform to be a kind of a lifestyle app for all our users. So this is also going to be our much more focus in
I can imagine how AI is going to play into all of
yes.
this. Is AI going to tell
you know, it's an artificial intelligence.
Exactly,
it does. It does, because it learns. What it does first is to learn the characteristics of all the activities on the platform. So it manages it based on that. For instance, now, you have your dad or your mom, you transfer money every month. What you transfer to him every month is maybe 100,000, 50,000. That is the characteristics. You have never transferred 10 million to your dad. Or maybe you have never done a single transaction of 10 million to anybody.
Right.
Or one day you just see share 10 million naira, I want to move from your account. I will block that account and request for your more information before they will allow it to go.
And so definitely hope that doesn't require coming to an office.
If it requires, as long as it saves money and it maintains the integrity of the platform,
right.
I think there is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because definitely I want
Even it's also for your own safety.
Yeah, I want my 10 million safe.
That is
definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank
Managing
you so
Director, PalmPay Nigeria. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll get a check on what to expect for Nigeria's box office in 2024. That's our next conversation. Do stay with us.